Hi, I'm Keith Mark with the Nightly News, and Ted and I are off celebrating Christmas with our friends and family. But tonight, we're going to share with you one of Ted and mine's favorite Nightly News episodes. Welcome to another edition of the Nightly News. This is our weekend edition, Ted, and we like to talk a lot about the outdoors. And I'm going to keep this one shorter than normal because I have two of my family members waiting for me now that we've hit September and dove season is open in my state of Kansas. We're about ready to walk out this door and go dove hunting. So I'm going to keep it short, but I do want to bring a point up with you. We talked about New York this week. They're at it again up there. The animal rights activists were all over the streets protesting, trying to fight for, and I know you get a kick out of this, animal rights. They called McDonald's McMurder because of, obviously, they serve meat. They called Nike murderers because apparently they kill 20,000 kangaroos a year to make tennis shoes. And the whole thing got into an uproar because one guy showed up and he ate a meat shish kebab that they went into a complete frenzy. Ted, what's going on up there with these animal rights folks?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned a shish kebab because the Nugent family, we shish kebab all sorts of delicious creatures because we kill it and we grill it. I want to give the animal rights people the benefit of the doubt, but after all these years, I can't do that. They are so brain dead. They are so dishonest. And if you really want to be cruel to wildlife or any animal, then join an animal rights organization. Because if you interfere with the sustained yield science-based harvest of game each year, the evidence is irrefutable. It's been around for over 100 years that those animals will reproduce. The ground that supports them will not, and they will devastate the entire environment, and disease will run rampant, and the animals will die off by being smashed on the roads and being killed by the predators and starving to death. If you believe in animal rights, shame on you, because you hurt wildlife. I got my buddies over in Africa right now, and it's because of the hunting dollars, gazillions, trillions of hunting dollars, the licenses, the fees, the permits, the guides, the outfitters, the supplies, the trucks, the fuel, the land, the taxes, the supplemental feed, the agriculture to support the wildlife, the management of the predators so that you have a balance. The hunting truth is about balance between the carrying capacity of the habitat, which is defined in every instance globally, and it's the hunting dollars, trillions, that support anti-poaching squads so that we only harvest the surplus every year so that the wildlife thrives. If you want to destroy elephants, and it's been proven all across Africa, ban elephant hunting, and instead of only killing a couple hundred a year from the herd that they reproduce, the poachers will now have free range and they kill them all. Animal rights people, here's a good beep for Tim. Hey, animal rights, you. You are cruel, heartless, soulless, animal-hating monsters, because where we hunt and fish and trap, wildlife is thriving. Where lies have replaced science for wildlife use, the wildlife eats themselves out of house and home. The slaughter on the highways goes out of control. Disease runs rampant, and disease and indiscriminate slaughter is the guaranteed result when some stoned, mindless, soulless animal rights freak has its way. So let me just put it this way. My name is Ted Nugent. I kill hundreds of deer every year. I kill thousands of small game animals. Just because the people in the animal rights movement were such complete idiots in New York, I'm going to kill even more this year. And I'm donating even more tonnage of venison to soup kitchens and homeless shelters because the animal rights people would stop the flow of natural, organic, nutritious, delicious venison to soup kitchens and homeless shelters if they had their toxic, evil ways. Every time I hear the word animal and rights in the same sentence, I'm killing more stuff.
So just understand, I'm going to leave right now. When we finish, I'm going to walk out of the studio and I'm going to go shoot what in your state they call songbirds. And then I'm going to bring them home and I'm going to wrap them in bacon. And Miss Jeannie is going to cook them. And we are going to eat that songbird right there. Shame on all you in Michigan that have continued to allow that to be perpetrated by your elected employees.
Yep, it's true. The number one outdoor revenue generating family hours of recreation outdoor activity on planet Earth. I dare the governor or the attorney general of Michigan to show me a box of shotgun shells that has a picture of a cardinal on it, because no one in the world would have put a picture of a songbird on a shotgun shell box. We are going to kill tens of millions of mourning doves this year because they're so prolific. They are such an incredibly challenging target. And it's the introductory outdoor activity for millions of newcomers and young people to learn about conservation, the wise use. And here's a little Uncle Ted tech tip for the hunting season, which is going to be the greatest hunting season of my life, I promise you. Happy, Sadie, and Coco, my dogs, are ready to retrieve anything Daddy shoots for them. And let me give you a little Uncle Ted tech tip. I know it's a tradition. You shoot the doves, you breast them out, wrap them in jalapeno and a little sour cream cheese and a bacon around it and put it on the hot coals. Okay, that's awesome. But you have never truly tasted a dove in its ultimate essence, or a quail, or a woodcock, or a grouse, or a pheasant, or a goose, or a duck, or a partridge. You haven't tasted fowl till you hang them for a week, like you would a slab of beef or a venison carcass. If you hang fowl by their head, don't pluck them, don't gut them, hang them whole by the head in a cooler, or even in the refrigerator if you have to, in a paper shopping bag. It's got to be a paper shopping bag. Cool them for a week whole, and then peel back that skin and fillet those little breast medallions out and wok fry them in hot oil with some chilies and some onions and garlic. The essence of a properly hung and aged fowl meat is night and day superior to those that you eat too quickly. So little Uncle Ted take. Most Americans don't know this. It's a historical European tradition. But hang those birds if you can, and the flavor is enhanced 1,000-fold. Have a great hunting season, everybody. Whack them and stack them, pack them and track them and hack them and give them no slack them. But God gave these renewable protein beasts for us to wisely and reverentially utilize. And my recommendation is garlic and butter.
Awesome, Ted. Come back next week. We'll have some more of the Nightly News where there is absolutely no fake news. I'm going hunting.
Happy hunting season, everybody. Godspeed.